next game I would like to talk about is a little-known game called Fusion Frenzy.
Fusion Frenzy.
No, it is a game I randomly found. It came out 2021. It came out in July. It's almost been a few years since it officially came out on Switch. It's called Mythic Ocean.
Mythic Ocean, okay.
And it is an indie game that originally launched on Steam, and then it came to home consoles like Xbox. I think it came to PlayStation. I bought the Switch version, and I played the demo, and I was so blown away by the demo that I just went and straight up bought it without finding any context, looking up any reviews, only like the 15 minutes I played in the game, which I have done before, and it has not after that, and it did not end well with the game I bought. But so yeah, I bought this game, and the premise of it is that you are in an ocean that's filled with different wildlife of like there are whales, there are those little like worm things that stick out of the sand and stuff, and you're in an ocean, and you, the character, are invisible. You don't, it doesn't show if you're like a fish or anything. But the concept of the game is that you are in this ocean because a new world has to be made, and the certain characters that you meet in the game are the candidates to be the next god to create the next world.
Okay.
And you have to influence them in either a good way or a bad way, and that can affect how the other gods are. It's a little tricky when you first play the game. I would say it would take about maybe 40 minutes to an hour to just do one playthrough, because you can do multiple playthroughs in like one day. And you can just get all sorts of endings. Like at one point when I was playing the game, I thought this one girl was going to be the next god. And then it turns out I accidentally influenced the little bug too much, and he became the next god for the next world. But the music is so amazing. It's done by an artist named Darren Molly. Only a handful of people worked on this game. And I think Humble Games got it out on console.
So Humble Bundle published it. Okay.
Maybe. I could be wrong. It could be another one. I don't remember the companies exactly. But
so on Steam, the publisher is Untold Tales, and the company is the developer is Paraloon LLC.
Yeah, I think that's the home people that made it.
So you go and talk to these different animals.
Yeah, they're different animals. There are two twins you got to talk to. They can be the gods of the next world. And like each of them, like one's an otter that has a third eye, and he's super cute. His name is Amar. But the music is just so wonderful. I like it a lot. I think the music is just lovely. Like, so when I first got this game, I had just started a job, and it was a job that really took a lot of energy out of me. And so at night I'd be like, okay, I have enough time to play a game. And so I'd boot up Mythic Ocean, and when that intro would begin, I would just be like out. I would be falling asleep to the title screen because it was so peaceful and lovely. And the music really does give you a kind of like, it's chill at sometimes, it's happy, but then like some things will happen in the game and the music will get really tense and really serious and stuff. One of the really sad tracks in it is called Depossessed Spirits. And you find out about the twins and why they're there, and they won't talk with anyone about it. And once you warm up to them, you find out why they're in this ocean. And there's a whole backstory of why these characters are in this ocean, who you are in the game, and who the comrade that you find in the game is. And like the soundtrack for each character, like each character basically has a theme. And there's like one lady who's a scientist, so like her music is very like, you hear a lot of not technological stuff, but you hear a lot of like, it sounds like a scientist's lab, but it still fits in with the flow of the game. When you meet the twins, like their music is very somber and sad. And then when you meet the otter, his music is very playful because he likes hosting parties and being laid back and stuff like that. The bug has a very alien feel to it because you do find out he is an alien. Spoiler. But
you spoiled the whole game.
Oh no, I didn't even get started. But then like the one character you meet at the very beginning who gives you the rundown of what's going on in the game. He tells you his theme is very like old. Like it has like congos. You hear some of like not a guitar, but like it's hard to explain the music of it. It's very relaxing at times.
Yeah, well, it's a game that is pretty much it's basically sit back and relax kind of game.
Yeah, and then like you have to be careful because I've run through the game at times and I've accidentally pushed the wrong button and like caused characters to make things explode. So, but I really like the soundtrack. There's a really funny part concerning the music where you meet a pufferfish and his name is Lord Ash. And he looks like Kiss. He has the Kiss makeup on and he goes, you meet him and he's just in a small little area of this canyon. And he's like, hi. He's like, I wrote a song. Kind of self-conscious about it. Do you want to hear it? And if you say yes, he goes, okay. Here it goes. And then like this like metal music, like guitar music starts playing and the lyrics come up, but he doesn't actually sing them. And it's all like, I want the world to burn. I want the world to know how I feel and stuff. And then like later in the game, after you're interacting with more characters, suddenly a bunch of really tiny pufferfish appear around him. And when you ask him to sing, they start headbanging these little fish. And then once he gets done, they all start going, me, 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 me. And they're like, we love you, Lord Ash.
Oh, that's funny. I'm on the eShop page right now. Paraloon is the name of the developer. It looks like it's just 3 guys that did it. Apparently.
They had one girl do the art design.
Yeah, there's Robin Haley, Darren Malley, and Matt Smuds.
Darren Malley is the one who did the music.
Yeah.
And I think he worked on some of the programming too. It was a super small team.
Yeah, and then on the eShop here, it was published by Nakana.io.
Oh, I think they're the ones who put it on Switch, like on Switch and Xbox.
Yeah, and then it had a different publisher on Steam, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. So just a tiny little game, $15 on the eShop. You talk to these sea gods underneath the water and influence them. It's really adorable and looks really cute.
I would like the music. I put on my work playlist because not all of it because I don't want to weird people out with some of the synth that they have music in the background. Yeah. But at points in the game you have to collect these pages and the music changes in the area and so it turns into a music box version of whatever area you're in. And that's really pretty. It's really pretty versions.
Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and Steam. So, and itch.io.
Yeah. So that's a really good soundtrack if you want just like a chill, kind of mysterious. I do find it good for writing, just not at night because I fell asleep listening to the soundtrack. I'd be like at night after I get off work. I'm like, okay, I'm ready to write. I guess I'll put on Mythic Ocean. I'll be like,